up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Happy Sunday. It is Sunday evening, you guys. I am absolutely winding down. I'm trying to get all my videos out of the way so I can do some gaming, if at least it's for an hour. I had a great weekend, you guys. A great weekend. I was at my friend's wedding yesterday, and it was absolutely gorgeous. She looked absolutely gorgeous. My best friend Jalixa was there with her husband, and it was so fun seeing her and being with her and just laughing and, you know, having a great time. And Tyrone was with me. So, you know, it kind of led me to do a little relationship video, relationship talk or whatever. I know that I did a couple of relationship talk videos before and you guys enjoyed that. And I feel like I got to get back to that. So you guys, you know, if you have any questions or anything that you want to touch on or anything that you want me to talk about, you can certainly email me at ScarlosBG@gmail.com, or you can leave a comment down below on this video. But, you know, backstory is, you know, she had a traditional wedding. She was married, but she is also, you know, Muslim, so she had a traditional Muslim wedding, and it was absolutely gorgeous, and she's African, so it was just a different experience for me to be there witnessing the type of tradition that she had at her wedding, and everything was absolutely gorgeous. I mean, everyone was dressed in the most beautiful outfits, and everyone was just having a good time. There was love shown all over the place. It was just absolutely gorgeous. So, you know, her and her husband had been together for about 20 years, you know, and, you know, she's a very strong woman, and I learned a lot from her, you know, and so I felt compelled to just talk a little bit about, you know, not forgetting to find joy in your relationship. Don't forget to have fun. Don't forget to have fun. You know, a lot of relationships, and everyone that's in a long relationship will tell you, relationships are hard. And so is marriage, for that matter. I've never even been married before, but I know people who have been. I know people who've been divorced. I know, you know, people who just understand the work that it takes to be in a relationship and to be in a marriage. And it's not just, you know, and if you're serious about it, it's not one of those things that you want to play around with. You know what I mean? I'm the type of person, I don't believe that you have to change as a person in order for you to be with someone. But when you are with someone and you have differences and, you know, you have different views, it is important to be able to learn how to listen. It is important to be able to understand that the person is not you. The person comes with different views. The person comes with different opinions. And a lot of people want to see the other person like them. And we forget that there's only one us, and we can't make somebody see things through our eyes. So when it comes to relationships and when it comes to, you know, like I said, like, you don't have to change who you are as a person, but there are adjustments that you need to make, and there are compromises. You know, you don't compromise yourself in that stance, but, you know, you start to become one with the person to where you say, okay, you know what? I may not agree with this, but I respect it. Or, you know what? I don't like going to this type of place, but, you know, if you enjoy it, I'll be willing to learn a little bit more about it if it means I'll learn a little bit more about you. You know what I mean? Like, those are the type of things that you have to be willing to do in a relationship in order for the relationship to flourish, because even as an individual, you are always learning. And so when you're in a relationship, you are also learning and growing with the person. So some people may grow to love and enjoy the same things out of life. Some people grow apart. Some people just are okay with just being absolutely different and it works for them. And that's fine. You know what I mean? Whatever works in your relationship, go ahead and do that. You know what I mean? But don't forget to have fun, you guys, because, you know, a lot of people, I feel they allow their differences to get in the way of the joy that they have in their relationship. Being with someone who is different than you is almost like being on an adventure. You don't know what's going to happen next. You know what I mean? And I can say, for example, that when I met Tyrone, he was into anime and Dragon Ball Z and superheroes and all this stuff. And I didn't grow up, you know, learning about comics. I'm not someone who was into anime. I know people who were. You know, the only thing that came close to comics for me was collecting little comics from the Bazooka Gums when I was younger. That's as far as I've gone with comics and collecting comics and reading comics. And of course, the newspaper. But other than that, like, I was never really that person that was invested in those kind of things. I was more of the... I liked, you know, music, and I liked writing, and I liked being outside, and, you know what I mean, riding bikes. And not to say that he didn't do that, but I'm just saying, like, these are the different things that I kind of grew up on. And then, of course, I was always in school, and I loved reading, you know, fictional books and things like that. I loved horror films. I love funny films. But when it came to, there was one thing that brought us together. One of the things that brought us together was comedy. So we bonded over comedy the very first night that we spoke to each other when we saw each other. And then after that, we got to learn more about each other. And then now, 4 years later, and with the whole gaming thing, that's another thing. Like, you know, I've always heard of people saying, oh, you know, I can't be with somebody who sits home games all day. Like, you know, and I'm just like, oh, like, if you're home gaming all day, you're not working, like, what are you doing with your life? You know, but this was my younger self wondering about those things. So when I met him and I found out he was a YouTuber, and I found out what that world was like and what people were doing, I had a different perspective about people being home gaming. You know, the more I got to know him, the more I understood how much he enjoyed, you know, a lot of the superhero world when it came to comics and superheroes. And then when it came to the whole anime thing, he's a really big Dragon Ball Z fan. I don't know nothing about Dragon Ball Z. I know what a Kamehameha is, but that's about it. You know what I mean? I know who Frieza is, and that's all because of him. You know what I mean? But he has introduced me, and I have, you know, grown to love him so much that even though I didn't grow up knowing that or enjoying that stuff. Oh, and we both love wrestling. I used to be up watching WCW, WWE, on Monday Night Raw. Like, I used to watch wrestling a lot. Enjoyed it, actually. And I used to always watch it at my uncle's house when I was younger, too. So that was another thing that we bonded over. But everything else, when I got to know him, I was like, you know what? If this is what he enjoys and this is what he loves, let me learn about this so I can have moments with him, so I can say, oh, you know what? I read about this and now I understand it. Or, you know, I've allowed him to introduce me to certain things, not thinking that I was going to like it. And I actually ended up loving it. You know, and before him, I was into superheroes. I was, but not like a lot of you are when it comes to, you know exactly what's happening in a movie because you know what it is from the comics. I don't know that. You know what I mean? Like, that's not me. I've just seen superhero movies and that was it. But he's always teaching me. He's always teaching me. And that's another thing that you have to be open to in a relationship. You always want to be able to be teachable. You always want to be able to learn from your partner, because you are two different people. And as long as you are living and growing and breathing, you are always going to change. So when you're with someone, you're changing and growing with that person. And granted, there may be times where you're going to clash. You're going to bump heads because one person is going to see things differently than the other. But if you are willing to take a step back and say, you know what, I understand that I may not have a full understanding of this, but you enjoy this. let me do some research. Let me sit down with you and watch something or read something so I can understand it better. Maybe I'll like it. That's what happened to me. He introduced me to anime. He introduced me to Death Note, My Hero Academia, All Might, like all these things. And I absolutely loved it. Like I was binge watching it. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what I mean. And I grew to love something that I didn't know I was going to like. You know, I've heard people talking about anime, but I'm like, you know, this is just weird. Like I can't keep up with it. I don't know. But having someone who can, you know, teach me along the way, like, okay, I want you to sit here and watch this, you know, I'll explain this to you. And because of that is how I began to have a love for these things. You know, and we have fun now because there's jokes, there's, you know, sayings, there are things that, you know, we can say on our everyday life, you know what I mean? Things that we can pick at from different things that we've seen and read and heard, you know, but we have fun with it, you know what I mean? So that makes our relationship that much more fun because we are both willing to, you know, try different things. We are both willing to step into each other's worlds and, you know, enjoy, even if it's something that we don't understand, even if it's something that we don't feel like, you know what, I'm not in the mood for that. But if that's what you want to do, that's what's going to make you happy. If that's, you know, what it's going to take, you know, for us to be able to bond more, I'll learn what I can, you know, and it doesn't mean, you know, I hate it when people say, oh, well, you didn't know nothing about it then, like now you like it because he likes it. No, it's one of those things where you don't like it for whatever reason, but there may be something that you don't know about it. And once you see it or once you learn, you actually end up liking this thing. Same thing with food. It's like nobody likes Brussels sprouts. But if it's cooked the right way, you might just like it the way that this person made it. And you've never had it before because in your head, you're not going to like it because everybody else says it's nasty. You know, you have to experience things for yourself. And I'm always that type of person. I like experiencing things for myself, not because everyone else either likes it or dislikes it. So when it comes to, you know, having fun with your partner and being open, that's another thing that you guys have to understand is that you have to be honest with your partner and tell them, okay, you know what, I tried it, I watched it, I did this, I did that, but that's not me, I don't like it. Be honest with your partner, and that way y'all don't have to cross that path anymore. Then you're on to something new. But, you know, my point to this video is that I want you guys to, you know, if you're seeking a relationship or you're in a relationship, don't forget to have fun, even if it means adjusting, you know, something that you've never done before, be it reading a book that you've read that they've never read, or watching a movie that you told yourself you would never watch, but they love it. So it's like, all right, let me see why they love it. Let me see if I can, you know, understand why they love it. You know, you guys would be surprised how much you would learn from your partner if you just allowed yourself some time to say, okay, you know what? Let me stop shutting down all these things that I don't want to do. Let me give a few things a chance. You know, that can actually strengthen your relationship because you grow to learn something for yourself, but now you're learning a little bit more about your partner too because it's something that they enjoy. So, you know, I want you guys to keep that in mind, but the whole don't forget to have fun and enjoy yourselves. Those things can bring you joy. Those things can bring fun into your lives. I was always big on comedy. I love to laugh. I didn't know that Tyrone loved Martin just like I did. That's how we bonded. And from there, here we are. It's history. You know, we spent hours past midnight the first night that we reconnected, just watching Martin clips all night, just hysterically laughing all night. And that's one of the things that we enjoyed. And over time, I just learned so much from him. And, you know, you have to allow yourself to learn. You have to allow yourself to be taught. You don't know everything. Your partner doesn't know everything. You know, you have to trust each other and understand that there are things that you are both bringing to the table that's going to benefit your relationship if you're just open to it. So enjoy your relationship. Put aside those things that you like or don't like or dislike. Try to figure out a way to start enjoying things that you both like. Try to enjoy things, something that your partner doesn't like to do, or a place that you don't like to go. Yeah, let's say you don't like walking for too long, but your partner loves walking. Give yourself a little bit of a time. Say, okay, well, you know what? I'm not walking for a whole hour, but I'll walk half hour with you. And within that time, you guys are bonding, laughing, joking, reminiscing. Those are memories that you are making. Have fun with each other. Have fun. Fun doesn't mean you have to go spend money. You could be sitting at home and find a movie to watch. You could be sitting at home and come across a book that you've never picked up before. You can sit home and be on your phone and come across a show that you haven't watched, but that you know that your partner just hysterically laughs at. And you just say to yourself, you know what, let me see what this is all about. You might enjoy it. You might enjoy it. But my message to you, you guys, don't forget to enjoy yourselves and have fun in your relationship. Don't let the negativity get the best of you. Don't let the world come in and take over you. You do whatever it is that you have to do to make the best out of your relationship, to grow, to nurture each other, to help each other out. And, you know, just enjoy your life. Enjoy things as they come. Don't stress about what used to be. Don't stress about what can be because it's not here yet. You know, there is no, you can't shoulda, coulda, woulda today off of something that happened back then. Focus on today and just enjoy. Have some fun. Have fun. I promise you it will make a big difference in your relationship. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. If you enjoy these relationship talks, I can do some more for you guys. If there's anything that you guys want to touch on or anything that you guys want me to talk about, let me know in the comments down below. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel, hit like, share, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you guys can get notified whenever I pop up on your feed. I'll see you guys later.